I'll be breaking down the fight between Ode Osborne and Asu Almabaev. Now, I've actually watched a bunch of tape on Asu because obviously I can't make a prediction if I've never watched him fight. So I did a bunch of tape study on him. I went back and watched his loss to Tagir Ulanbekov as well, which was about 6 years ago. And this fight's actually really hard to predict. He went to a split decision with Zach Makarowski in a really competitive fight. I only watched a highlight video, so I didn't see the actual full fight. But I don't know. Asu doesn't look good anywhere. Like, he's not great anywhere, I mean. Like, anywhere specifically, but he's just, like, sort of good everywhere. He's sort of just average everywhere. It's weird. He can be taken down. He can be held down. He's got a good guillotine choke. His striking's a bit wild. He's a bit hittable. And in the Tagir Ulanbekov fight, it was 6 years ago and it was only his 5th professional fight, but he did tap to strikes, which you don't ever want to see that. And that's his only fight that's gone to the 3rd round, so his cardio might be a bit of a problem. Then Ode Osborne, on the other hand, he looked good against Charles Johnson. He got knocked out by Tyson Nam before that. Now, the Brian Kelleher fight's really interesting to this because he caught him with a guillotine, and Azu's actually got a really good guillotine. In the fight against Alexander Doskalchuk, he almost got him with a guillotine. It was really tight, but Alexander just didn't tap. I guess it's an Alexander thing. But the way I'm going to lean with this fight, I'm not super confident on this pick, but I'm going to go with Ode Osborne. I just think Asu is so hittable, and I don't think he can take a shot too well. In the fights I've watched, he hasn't been like chinned or anything, but the fact that he was tapping to strikes from Tagir, I don't know, I think Ode Osborne's going to win this, especially if he can keep it standing. His takedown defense isn't too bad. He did get taken down pretty easily by Brian Kelleher, but that's upper weight class. And Azu's not like a real strong grappler from what I've seen. He gets takedowns, but he's not Habibing it, if you know what I mean. Like, if he gets someone down, it's not the end of the fight immediately. But it's a really close fight. But I'll go Ode Osborne. But yeah, just looking at this, Asu, he can crushed a lot early into his career. He did start getting some good wins. Guillotined a French guy called Pierre Ledit. You know, a lot of these guys, he fought a lot of inexperienced sort of guys. But a lot of these guys did bounce back and they haven't lost since. So that's something you always like to see. Oh, not for this guy though. But not for Kazik Alankar. He lost all his fights since losing to Azu. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ode Osborne, but not super confident on the pick. I think if Ode Osborne hits him to the body, mixes up body attacks, can get his kicks going without getting taken down, then I think he wins this. And he could probably hold down Azu as well, because Azu's takedown defense isn't great, and he can be held down, which is interesting. But I don't think that would be the approach Ode Osborne takes in this fight. I don't think he's going to be going out of his way to wrestle Azu. But yeah, it's super winnable fight for Ode Osborne. Azu's on a 13-fight winning streak, but like I said, a lot of inexperienced sort of guys. He lost to a 1-2 opponent who's now 6-6. But again, that was right after the Tagir fight, so who knows where he was mentally. But yeah, I think Ode Osborne's going to finish him in maybe the 2nd or 3rd round. That's my prediction. Like I said, not super confident with this pick, but That's the way I'm leaning. I've noticed that Ode Osborne hasn't got any finishes past the first round, but I think he'll get this one. If not decision, but I think he'll put a beating on Azu while it's standing, but I could be wrong. That guillotine's there. That guillotine's open for Azu, but I can't just pick him off one submission, you know? But yeah, this is a close fight. We'll find out how Azu's ceiling is if he can take this fight, if he can win this fight. But yeah, I'm going to go with Ode Osborne. Not super confident on the pick. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe.